Welcome to the Irish Hills of Michigan International Speedway. Qualifying underway for the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series presented by Mr. Ghostman. See the 5 of Quinn Newton heading out. Drivers will get 2 laps to set their best qualifying time. Then we'll line them up and run 120 laps. Newton running out by the wall. Comes to start his first lap. Mountain Dew pitch black Camaro. Been one of the first ones to hit the track, so he should be one of the first to put a lap down. We'll ride around with him for a lap. Makes his way down the backstretch into turn 3. Right down on the yellow line through 3, starts to drift up out of 4. Quinn Newton goes second overall. Lucas Hoytsma jumps up to the top now. 97 Labor 12 Toyota. Back in, stepping out a little bit for that 97 car. See Hoytsma's line through 3 and 4. A little bit higher than Hayden was. Hayden's second lap gets him up to the pole once again. So Napa Ford Mustang goes fastest overall with a 39.377, just edging out Lucas Hoytsma's 39.388. Very close indeed. This is Montrose, our Daytona winner. Crosses the stripe, he sits third fastest. Wes Parker jumps top of the charts on his second lap in the 22 with a 39.36. A lot of speed. Very close together at the top of the boards. Montrose second lap slower. Mark Dingman jumps up into the 5th spot on his second lap. We'll see if Edwards is able to gain on lap number 2. Edwards slower on lap number 2. He will actually drop a spot as Mike Chris jumps above him into the 6th spot. Mike Chris to the stripe, see if he gains on lap number 2. Almost identical lap time. He will remain 6th. Jeff Price qualifies 10th. Andrew Beach smacks the wall at the end of his qualifying. Actually, he was on his second lap and needed some more time there. Randy Lee out on track. 28 cars here now. See what the jumper for Labor 12 is able to put down. First lap, a 40.48, slowest, 22nd. It's like Randy will be the last of our cars to qualify. Second lap a touch slower for Randy. He'll remain 22nd overall. Final 10 seconds click off here. The bottom 6 cars choosing not to take a qualifying effort here. So Scott Elson, Dave Hoytsma, J.R. Deal, Jake Lawrence, Paul Gallimore, and Harry Grindell will start 23rd through 28th. That is going to do it for quali. Your pole sitter, Wes Parker, in the 22. Let's see if we can't find Wes for a few words. Oh, he's in the middle of broadcasting. Oh well. Wes, DG, got a copy?
All right, guys. Hey,
Hello.
welcome to Michigan.
Hi, how's it going?
We're doing good. Hold on, I gotta mute him.
Yeah, I did too.
Um, we're doing good. We actually just got done building a computer this morning, 100%. So, it's nice. I mean, I really liked it. Really never built one on my own before, so it kind of took me a couple of days to do. But hey, it's a good thing to come back to a league race, put it
Okay.
on pole,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not race in like maybe a week since like Rotopro,
And here you
and
are on the pole.
it feels good. Yeah,
So what? Did you see how close it was between you, Hayden, and Hoytsman? It was like I don't know, 200s between all three of you.
yeah, I saw that. I felt like I kind of got loose a little bit, and I could have got a little bit more out of it, but like I messed up coming out of two. So,
All right, so
but I mean, we'll see what happens.
yep, we'll go run through the starting lineup. Appreciate you jumping out on track and having a word with us. Good luck in the race.
Adios.
Wes Parker on 22 car. He's going to start on the front row. Let's go ahead and get our Labor 12 starting lineup music going. Appreciate Labor 12 providing this music for us. Of course, the drummer Randy in this race. Wes Parker starts on pole in the 2210 Tense Toyota, alongside Hayden Lowell, the Napa Ford Mustang, starting second. Lucas Heusman, the Labor 12 Toyota, starts in third. Ian Montrose, the John Deere Ford Mustang, starts fourth. Mark Dingman, the 82 Teamwork Camaro, starts fifth. Mike Chris, the Labor 12 Mustang, starts in sixth. They have Mike Edwards in the KVRP.com Fort Worth Screen Printing Toyota starting 7th. Ethan Evers, the KVRP.com Fort Worth Screen Printing Toyota starting in 8th. Travis Martin, the Ghostman Ford Mustang starts in 9th. Jeff Price, Back Channel Productions Camaro starts 10th. Dustin Franklin in the station starts in 11th. Quinn Newton, the Mountain Dew Pitch Black Camaro starts in 12th. Ira Kohlhaas in the RJS Automotive Chevy starts 13th. Cody Cleaver's Valvoline Mustang in 14th. Jeremy Scherer in the True Timber Camaro starts in the 15th spot. Zach Swicegood, Labor 12 Camaro, starts 16th. Sam Kohlhaas in the Haviland Camaro starts 17th. Trenton Sneed in the Trans Technologies Camaro starts in the 18th spot. Andrew Beach in the Side Pipes Camaro starts in 19th. Daniel Lawal in Labor 12 Camaro starts in 20th. Matt Benke back in the Amtrak colors this week. He'll start in 21st. Randy Lee in the Labor 12 Camaro starts in 22nd. Then you have Paul Gallimore in the Superflow Exxon Camaro starting 23rd. Harry Grindell's Team Kamikaze Toyota starts 24th. Dave Hoytsman, the Labor 12 Tractor Boats Camaro, starts 25th. JR Deal in the Ghost Toyota starts in the 26th spot. Jake Lawrence, the 10 Cents Green Ranger Toyota, starts 27th. Scott Elston, the Traxxas Toyota, starts in 28th position. 28 cars to do battle for 120 laps here at the Irish Hills of Michigan International Speedway. Made it through all that. Quite the starting lineup. If you guys enjoyed that starting lineup music presented by our friends at Labor 12, check them out on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, anywhere you find your music. Labor12.com is also a thing. LaborXII.com. Getting ready to kick off this race. The Mustang is going to dive to pit road. We will see Wes Parker wait until the green flag waves before he's able to get going here. Green flag is out in the air, and we are underway from Michigan. A little bit of a bobble mid-pack there. Let's see if everyone makes it through. Seems like they are so far. Back up front, Wes Parker, Hayden Lowell. You heard Hayden say it's always Wes. We'll see how they do coming off turn number 2. This is where things get tightest. Can smack the wall coming off a 4 if you're not careful, but it's always turn number 2 where the calamity seems to happen. Still battling for the lead is Hoytsma. Watches from behind. Hayden's going to use that outside line, take the lead away from Wes Parker. Lucas Hoytsma settles in third in his Labor 12 Toyota. A little further back, we have Montrose, Mike Chris, Mark Dingman, Ethan Evers, Mike Edwards, and Quinn Newton, Jeff Price, rounding out the top 10. A lot of different lines on this racetrack that you can run. Up front, Wes trying to give all he can to the 67 Napa Ford. Parker low, Lowell up high. Hoytsma waiting for any mistakes to be made back there in third. definitely tell you from history of this series, there's no love lost between the 67 and 22. They race hard and just go for it at all times. I mean, obviously they can save fuel and tires if they need to, but as far as racing one another, they'll lean on each other, bang doors, whatever they need to do. This happened many, many times. This is now the 97 of Hoytsman gets to the inside of Parker. Hoytsman now slots between them. Parker going to try the crossover and get back to his inside coming off of 4. Parker's actually going to hold on to second for that lap. Looks like Ian Montrose just brushed the wall on the number 1 John Deere Mustang. Looks like he was able to mostly get away with it. Now Wes Parker back to the inside of Hayden Lull. Side by side for the race lead once again. Nose to nose at the line. Looked like Hayden led the lap. And they're racing so close together so hard just 5 laps into this race. Still side by side for this lead. Neither driver wants to give an inch. It's like Hayden's going to lead this lap as well. Wes still looking for that bonus point for leading the lap. Get 3 bonus points for leading the most laps. Wes sends it in pretty deep. Slides up the hill. Able to keep it off Hayden. Now Mike Chris has joined the fun. 88 pink and black Mustang. Ian Montrose, the John Deere cars, made his way to the battle as well. So 5 cars now battling for the top spot. Lap 6 of 120. You have to wonder what they're maybe holding on to. Fuel cells for tonight. We got 60% fuel cells. As far as the tires are concerned, we have 5 total sets, 4 in the pits. Should be ample to tire as one of the KVRP cars is up against the fence. I look Mike Edwards in the 14. A little too high in 1 and 2. Now he has right side damage, and aerodynamics are huge at this track. 2-mile circuit. 14's probably going to be steadily dropping back until he can get to his first pit stop and take a quick repair. Looks like Hoytsman trying to push Wes Parker by Hayden Lull here. See if those 2 Toyotas can't work together and push that Mustang back. Top 6 is 3 Toyotas and 3 Mustangs as the first caution flies. Elston has picked up quite a bit of damage. Oh my goodness, him and Matt Benke. Benke just comes down the hill, maybe not knowing he's there or something. Benke just collects him in the door, spins Elston around like a top. Very strange incident there. I don't know, something broke on the 35, maybe his wheel. Something. Very strange. Elston's going to have to take a fast repair on that car. Field catches up to the pace car coming off the back stretch. We're under our first caution on lap 9. We'll see who comes the pit road, tops off the tank. I think it's too early for a set. keep the tabs on pit lane here. Watch the field. Entering pit road as the 35 Benke drives off. Came down the first time, 6-second stop, so it looks like a fast repair for the 35. Looks like nearly everyone, Montrose and Cleaver, are staying out. The 1 and 2 cars, everybody else is on pit road here. See the cars diving into their pit boxes. And just as soon as they get to them, they're pulling away, so this is a lot of fuel stops. I believe the 14 will stay there a long time. He'll probably try to take damage repair. Everybody that came down pit road, fuel stops outside of Mike Edwards, Travis Martin, Sam Kohlhaas, and Daniel Llewellyn. Let's see if those cars have any damage to work on. Once we jump to the correct car. Mike Edwards, obviously, a lot of damage to the 14. Travis Martin's got some back end damage there to the 63. Not seeing much damage to this Kohlhaas car. 30 car looks okay, maybe just needed a breather. Who knows? Daniel Llewellyn, car looks mostly alright as well. Sometimes drivers towards the back will come in and chill out. Now that Daniel passed the 30, looked like the 30 had some right side damage. Can't always see the right side of the car very well. So Wallen down and away. Kohlhaas as well. Edwards just now rolling off. All the cars staying on the lead lap. So all 28 cars still in the race and on the lead lap. Montrose, Cody Cleaver staying out here. Very curious. Let's see if we can get a chat. Ian DG in the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we stayed out here when the rest of the field came down to top off the fuel tank. What's the thoughts? Think maybe you'll get another caution and maybe 10, 15 laps and you'll be fine?
No, we don't think. We were debating whether we wanted to come in or not, but we've got enough fuel, I think, for the amount of tire wear that we've gone through. I think it will balance out, so we're not worried yet. We've still got more than half the tank, so, you know, we'll see how this plays out later on in the race. But for now, I think we made the right call.
Stand for. And how long do you have like a fuel window, a fuel estimate? Was it like 20 laps, 24, 25, something like that?
Around like 24, 25, something like that. Just depends on how much we've saved on the outlet on the yellow here, so something around that.
All right, good luck, sir.
Make sure you tell all the other teams what we're doing as well. Make sure you let them know.
I mean, they already knew. They could see you on track. Okay, bye. Good luck.
Wish us luck.
Smart ass. Lights are out on our Mustang as we work through 3 and 4. We'll be getting back to green flag racing here. Pace car dives down pit road. One of Montrose, the 2 of Cleaver, teammates on the front road, did not come down and take fuel. They will start 1 and 2 ahead of Wes Parker, Hayden Lowell. Wes Parker keen to get on with it as he's already to the inside of the 2 of Cody Cleaver. Trying to take the second spot back. That moves Wes up into second by himself. Hayden Lowell trying to take away third. Hoytsma battles Mike Chris, his teammate there, side by side. A couple of EXT cars. Hayden not quite clear of Cleaver yet. Now Hoytsma trying to get underneath in the Labor 12 Toyota. As we watch up front, Montrose and Parker. Parker all over the back of our leader. Now looks to the high side. Gets his arc down into the corner. Cleaver, big push in the 2 car all the way up to the outside wall. Stays off of it though. Here comes Parker to the inside of the 1 of Ian Montrose. Parker going to run that second groove, second seam. Push Montrose up to the 3rd one. Here comes Hayden and Lucas. Third and fourth now, closing in on the back of Ian Montrose. Hayden going to go to the top. Lucas going to arc it down. Hayden still fighting alongside of Montrose. Let's go get tight with Montrose and Hoytsma. Hoytsma has to pull that wheel down to the left. Able to keep from turning Montrose. May have been a tiny bit of contact there. We have Mike Chris up into the 5th spot. Ethan Evers trying to take 6th spot away on the outside from Cleaver. Cleaver looking inside of the 88 as Evers tries to get to the outside of him. Nearly 3 wide, but back down to single file. Hoytsman now working with the inside of the 1 of Montrose, trying to take the 4th spot. 3rd spot, excuse me. Already in the 4th spot. Lucas gets him cleared. Meanwhile, Ethan Evers up into the 5th spot. Gets by Mike Christopher. So Cody Cleaver, Ian Montrose have not been to pit road yet. We'll see if they have to pit under green. Is that Cleaver brushing the wall in the 2? I think it was Cody Cleaver bouncing off the fence there. Falls back to the 9th position. Now Mike Christopher trying to regain position over Ethan Evers. They race side by side coming out of 4. The front still a battle as Hayden goes to the inside of Parker. He's going to drift it up the track in front of him. Can Parker cross him over? Hayden was smart and parked his car right in the middle of the track once he got the position. Slowed the car down in front of Parker, but not quite able to block him off. Now Hoytsma pushing him along. He stays side by side down in 3 and 4. Hayden hoping he could clear him and come up the track, and it does. Parker's going to try the crossover. Hayden tries to block him. This is really hard racing for 17 laps of 120. No way you could tell there's still 100 laps to go here. The way these guys are racing. Here comes Montrose back into the picture. These 2 leaders racing side by side. Slowing them both down a bit, letting the field bunch back up. Parker now going to look to the inside once again. A little bit of contact. Not quite enough to upset that 67, but he was right there. Saw him check up to make sure he didn't turn him. Lucas Hoytsma gets a run based on that. Gets the inside of Parker. Hoytsma will go ahead and get the spot here. Looks like Parker let him go. Didn't want to run side by side and burn his stuff up. Mike Chris out of shape in the 88 coming off the turn. Looks like he was trying to get inside Montrose and at the same time just a little too much wheel in it. Got the car out of shape off the corner. Hoytsman now right on the back bumper of Hayden. Hoytsman all the way down to the grass trying to use the shortest way through the front stretch. Side by side, they remain through 1 and 2. It's like Parker now going to try and push Hoytsma past Hayden. Hoytsma gets clear. Now if he slides up in front of Hayden, Hayden won't be able to cross him over because Parker's underneath him. Hayden just going to have to fall in line and wait. The Hoytsma cuts him a break and drops down. That's going to let Hayden try to get a run to the outside. Nearly contact there between the 67 and 22. Battle for second. As we said before, these two are no strangers to making contact. Like Harry Grindell back in the 8th spot, trying to battle Mark Dingman. Battles all over the place. That's why it's so fun to go to a track like Michigan. Like now Wes Parker takes away that second spot. Hayden tries the crossover. Wes cuts the door off. Now trying to give him air onto that back spoiler. Maybe a light wall scrape there for at least one of our leaders. Saw some dust fly up there as they came off turn 2. So Lucas Weitzman, Wes Parker, Hayden Lowell, 1, 2, 3. Mike Chris into the 4th spot. There's Ethan Evers in the top 5. Harry Grindell getting by Ian Montrose. Montrose still has not been to pit road. Neither has Cody Cleaver. Montrose is in 7th right now. Cody Cleaver 23rd. Mark Dingman battles Montrose. Montrose up the hill. Everybody's on the same set of tires. So no one has a tire advantage right now. Everyone thought it was too early on our last caution. Watch Dingman now try to work over Jeff Price. Battle for the 7th position. Price having a little bit of connection issue. It's always frustrating when you're trying to pass a car, you don't know where it is. Top 10 is all single file now. It's Trenton Sneed up into the top 10. Quinn Newton 11th. Zach Swicegood's 12th. Andrew Beach 13th. Paul Gallimore battles Dustin Franklin for 14th. And here comes J.R. Deal in the Ghost Toyota. Ira Kohlhaas 17th. Jeremy Scherers 18th. Randy Lee 19th. Jake Lawrence in 20th. Tell you, Quinn Newton just got by Trenton Sneed. Quinn up into the top 10, drops Trenton to 11th. Now Newton sets his sights on Ian Montrose, trying to take over the 9th spot. Harry Grindell gets by Ethan Evers. Evers making it easy for him. Instead of fighting hard side by side and burning their stuff up, just let his Toyota teammate go. Quinn Newton around the outside of Ian Montrose as Swicegood's trying to go to the outside of Trenton Sneed. Couple of low drag cars working the top side here. Swice trying to get by Montrose. He's back down to the bottom side now. He went top side on Trenton. Drifted up the track. That was very nearly contact between him and Montrose. Good heads up driving by those two drivers to not make contact. Now Montrose under attack from Trenton Sneed. Trenton wants the 11th spot now.
In this time, man.
I think that was Pitts being called for the 1 car. It's like 27 was as far as he could go with the yellow cycle. Probably see the 2 of Cleaver coming down as well. Cleaver falling way back out of the top 20. There it is confirmed. The 2 car is going to be coming to pit road. The 1 car we already heard on the radio. We'll make sure everyone avoids him. Very late, heavy braking there. So 1 car hits pit road under green. Remember, these cars did not come down on that first stop, and here's why the 2 has been slow. He's got right side damage, heavy right side damage. That'll slow you down quickly at Michigan. Cannot get aero damage. That Ford probably needs to take a fast repair here, and does. They will drop back to 27th and 28th, the last two cars in the race, as all cars are still running. Down and away they go. They're going to have to hope this stays green another 10 laps and all the other cars have to come down pit road. Else their day might be in very big jeopardy now.
Can't believe that part wrong killed the car.
Sounds like Huisman may have smacked the right front. Yeah, we see some light right side damage to that 97. There's separation between the hood and fender. That'll hurt your aero. So Huisman's been up into the fence, and he has lost the lead as a result. He's going to have to hide that aero damage behind another car until he can get it fixed. So troubles for Huisman, who was leading. Right side damage, now has to hide it in the draft. Mike Chris and Harry Grindell battle for the 4th spot. Very short battle. Harry Grindell just drives by. Mike Chris letting him go, not wanting to fight him. I'm thinking about another 4 laps maybe. We'll start seeing a flurry of pit stops. Unless there's people trying to break it up right now, but I think they would be better served to run their tank dry. Go as far as you can. And then try to go as far as you can towards halfway here. Halfway being at the end of lap 60.
Thank you. You're welcome. You've been racing McLean. I ain't got no reason to hold you up.
Jeff Price letting the 82 by. Dingman saying he's in his normal 10th to 15th position. Now he's out here running 6th. Huisman, even with that damage, is jumping ahead of Parker here.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you're going low.
Here comes the one of Montrose on those fresh tires to unlap himself. Montrose just going to blow right on by.
Flying. Hold it together, Michael.
Cody Cleaver on those fresh tires as well, blowing up through the field. Here he comes to catch Jeff Price. This is the difference between fresh tires and the older tires here. Guys like Cleaver, Kohlhaas are flying. Here you go off the front nose of the two. Car directly ahead of him is Ira Kohlhaas, also has fresh tires, but the rest of the cars around won't, so watch the difference of speed through the corner here. Directly ahead is the 88 Mike Chris. That's the 5th place car. Is about to get blown by the 28th place car. Tires make a difference. These guys trying to unlap themselves. Should a caution come out?
I tapped the wall looking at the baseball score shortly after that. I screwed myself around.
Battle for the lead still raging on. 26 gone down pit road. Ethan Evers.
Bummer.
He joins Montrose, Ira Kohlhaas, and Cody Cleaver as the cars that have already made their pit stop for this cycle. You see the top 3, and you see Ira Kohlhaas, the 27th place machine in the black 29. It's going to have no problems driving by our leaders.
Holy poop.
Comes the 2 of Cody Cleaver, also fresh off pit road. 2 cars down on the inside, lap machines trying to unlap themselves. That's our race leader saying he's pitting with lap cars on his inside. That could get awkward.
Go high, go high, go high, go high.
Two of Cleaver trying to get his lap back. Hoistman's going to have to tuck in behind him. They get cleared, and here comes our lead machines. We'll see if Wes Parker comes down. Parker is coming to pit road. Lucas Hoistman, Hayden Lowell, all three of our leaders getting sideways, and it looks like Hayden Lowell drove in the back of Lucas Hoistman there.
Lucas, I locked the rear.
Yeah, he did. Hayden Lowell into the back of Lucas Hoistman there. Big damage to the 97. That back end is pushed in.
24 pitting.
We'll see if our leaders take fast repairs here.
0 pitting.
Hoistman misses his box. Does take the fast repair.
81 car pitting.
I think Hayden took his pit repair, his quick repair too. Can't tell from this side. No, he does not. Hayden does not take a fast repair. He is going to have aero damage here after hitting the back of Lucas Hoistman. And then gets into Wes Parker for good measure. Wes Parker none too pleased with him. As Trent Sneed comes to pit road.
No pressure from behind you, Mike.
Sample.
Trenton missed his box, had to back up into it. Now he's getting service. Swice goes down pit road. Randy Lee, Harry Grindell. Looks like JR Deal all on pit road. That'll hand the lead over to the first car of the pit, Ian Montrose. He will be now the slowest car on track, as everybody else is going to have the faster tires. Wes Parker now in third position.
If you want to do that, that's fine. Go ahead. We're not even anyway.
Don't know what they're bitching about in the 67
My
team.
bad. Lucas, take it inside here.
We're going to show Ian Montrose lead.
Round the outside.
Driver's having fun. Montrose gets himself another lap led.
Didn't think I'd get to see tonight. I've been pretty dog shit.
Is Wes Parker trying to take over the second position? Wes has 7 lap fresher tires than the 29. Now Hayden and Parker still very close proximity. Hayden with that front end damage to that Mustang after getting in the back of Lucas Hoitzma on the way in to the pit lane. D. Waddy, thank you so much for your resub there. Appreciate you, my friend. 31 months in a row. Absolute legend. Appreciate you, my man. Hope you're enjoying the race tonight. So these two try to run down race leader Ian Montrose. Here's Montrose in the 1. Montrose will have to pit before the end of the stage. It'll be very close whether the 22 and 67 have to pit. So far, I'm impressed Hayden Lowell is able to keep up after he got that nose damage entering pit road, getting in the back of Lucas Hoitzma. Did not take his quick repair. Hoitzma did take his. Hoitzma finds himself in the 10th position. Slow stop for him. He had a 22-second stop. About 8 seconds longer than you would expect, and he finds himself 9 seconds behind the leader. We'll have to catch up with Lucas, see what happened on pit road for him. Here is our race leader, and we'll look on his rear view cam. We'll see Wes Parker and Hayden Lowell closing in on him in a hurry. Gap just over a second. Won't be after the end of turns 3 and 4. Wes cut nearly half a second off of that going through turns 3 and 4. Goodness gracious. It's a difference of 8 laps in tires. Lucas's tires weren't checked. That's what happened to the 97 and why he is so far behind. Tough break for Lucas. So now Hayden Lowell gets by Wes Parker. Parker got hung up behind Ian Montrose. That'll put Hayden Lowell out front. Wes Parker into second. Ian Montrose goes from the lead to third. Montrose will now be fading throughout the rest of this
You
run.
and I together.
It really is.
Quinn Newton, Andrew Beach, along with Swicegood there in the 24. Quinn saying he's always around Beach. Harry Grindell moves up into the 5th spot, getting by Cole Haas there. Ethan Evers 4th. Mike Chris going to work on Cole Haas now. Should move him up into the 6th spot as Cole Haas gives him the top.
Okay.
These two still going at it like it is the end of the race. I am rather impressed the 67 is even able to maintain this pace. You see the nose damage. And this is a very, very aero-sensitive track. As you've heard on the communications earlier, no love lost between these two. Parker back to the inside of Hayden Lull. There is nearly a 2-second gap now over Ian Montrose as he has fallen back on the older tire. Harry Grindell trying to reel him in for 3rd. He's gotten by Ethan Evers. Evers falling back into the clutches of Mike Chris and Jeff Price. Evers came down 2 laps before most of the cars. Montrose came down 8 laps before most of the cars. This battle's still raging on for the lead. Wes gets his Toyota out in front of the Mustang. Wes will lead lap 44. 16 to go till the end of the stage.
Velo in 1 and 2, Lucas.
Montrose, Evers, Cole Haas, Cleaver cannot make it to the end of the stage. It'll be very iffy for Wes Parker, Hayden Lull, Harry Grindell, Ian Montrose, Mike Chris, Jeff Price. So Wes has asserted his dominance over Hayden Lull, gotten out in front and hanging on to the lead. Grindell up to 3rd as he's gotten by Montrose. Montrose now under attack from Mike Chris. Here comes Jeff Price. That'll move Mike Chris up into the 4th spot. Jeff Price trying to get the last spot in the top 5. That'll move Price into the last spot in the top 5. Montrose now 6th under attack from Ethan Evers. This is the price you pay when you go in for tires earlier. If you remember, they didn't pit on that first caution when nearly the rest of the field did. Came down for fuel. So 10 laps less fuel for a lot of those Blockbuster cars, the number 1 and 2 specifically, Montrose and Cleaver, 7th and 10th respectively. Lucas Heusman saying his tires were unchecked. He's actually cut into the leader's gap by about 2.5 seconds. He's now 5.7 back. It was over 8 when he first came out of the pits. So Heusman trying to recover from an issue of not having his tires checked on pit road. Finds himself in the 8th position. Ira Kohlhaas going backwards. He's down to 9th now as one of the other cars to come down early. Getting passed by the cars that have most recently come down. There's Swicegood in the 10th position as Cody Cleaver's fallen out of the top 10. JR Deal finds himself in the 12th spot. Andrew Beach 13th. Mark Dingman in 14th. Paul Gallimore 15th. Quinn Newton 16th. Michigan native Jeremy Scherer finds himself 18th, right behind Randy Lee. Here comes Trenton Sneed pushing Randy along. Bunch of Camaros battling it out. checking pit road times. Nobody got a penalty for speeding, so good job there by the field. Only car that had over 20 second stop was Lucas Heusman, who had to reset the pit stop to be able to get his tires put on. Everyone else 14, 15 seconds. We're getting close to having to see the one car come down pit road. The 1 and the 29 and the 2 are all getting close to having to come for their next round of pit stops. Their hope's going to be that the rest of the field comes down before the end of the stage and they can get some stage points. This is the start of lap 22 for Montrose on this run. Remember, they had the yellow on the first stint to help them out, make the fuel stretch a little bit. Montrose just ahead of Lucas Heusman. Heusman on the fresher tires. Lucas going to complete the pass. Up into the 7th spot. Drops Montrose down to 8th. Mark Dingman gets by Cody Cleaver. Here comes Paul Gallimore to do the same. Keeping an eye on the 1 and the 2 because we think they will be the first cars that have to pit. Wes Parker's stretching out a little bit over Hayden Lull. Harry Grindell trying to run them both down. Harry's actually cut the lead down quite significantly. It's almost under a second. But more importantly, he's within a second of Hayden Lull. He'll start getting drafts on the straightaway. Hayden will be able to pull that 70 car along. So Harry creeping his way towards the front. Mike Chris finds himself 4th, holding off Jeff Price at the moment. Both those cars, same strategy. Ethan Evers, 2 lap older tires than most of the guys around him. We've reached 24 laps, and there it is. 24 laps for the one car. He's going to have to come down this time. That's about 8 laps away for most of the field, so man, it is going to be cutting it very close for the stage points. Guys like Ethan Evers will not make it. Anybody that pitted on a different lap's probably not going to make it, other than the one that most of the field pit on.
Are we catching the pack in front, Dustin?
You see the one hit pit road.
2 cars hitting the.
Cleaver's going to be coming 1 lap later, so Cleaver can go 25, and he was in the draft a lot. So I think most of the cars will make it to the stage break as long as they're not leading. So Wes Parker could be a question mark.
29 this time.
29 was another one that pit kind of early last cycle. Is in the 8th spot right now, Ira Kohlhaas. 29 peels it off the track, hits pit road. Nice tidy pit entry. Here comes the 2 of Cleaver. He's cooking it in there. Cleaver might get a penalty. He really cooked it in there. We'll have to keep tabs on the 2 car, but that was getting every bit of it, maybe too much. All right, so the next car to be iffy. It's been 20 laps since we've seen
you did, Lucas. My
the
temps have been
26.
questionable this whole run.
20 laps since this car's been to pit road. He'd have to go 26 to make it to the end. I just don't think that's possible. We've seen 25 is the most so far. Unless he saves big time, which would probably lose him the spot in the top 10 anyway. It's Montrose on the fresh tires goes by. It's like Harry Grindell gets by the 67 of Hayden Lull. Why am I not allowed to go 100 down pit road? Oh my gosh. Cleaver back down pit road.
Stay high.
Cleaver did pick up that pit penalty. Tough break for the two.
Thank you.
Kind of out of sync anyway on the pit cycle, but certainly don't want that speeding penalty. Keeping an eye on the 26. He's in the top 10. He is 2 laps short compared to most of the guys around him on fuel. Big question mark of whether he can make it to the stage points here. And there's your answer. 26 peels off pit road. Peels onto pit road. Peels off the racetrack. Cannot make it to the end of the stage, so he's going to hit pit road here. Ethan Evers on pit road going for 4 tires and fuel. So now we're back to these guys. It's been 21 laps since they've been to pit road. I think they can just barely make it if they're saving enough. Parker may not be able to. But it could also be why Harry Grindell's caught Wes Parker. And again, Parker probably not running for points at this point. Missed so many races, so he's probably just here for the win. Doesn't care about much else. We start lap 58. Harry Grindell coming alive in that 70 car.
Go inside, Ethan, or Ian, sorry.
Grindell's going to give him a fight for the lead here. We keep our focus up front, but here comes the one of Montrose. He's trying to unlap himself again, as we saw in the first run.
Thank you, Harry.
Start lap 59.
Nice save right there.
The entire top 6 last pitted 23 laps ago. We'll see if they can make it 2 more times around to pick up stage points. Montrose back on the lead lap. Parker going to start lap 60. Points payouts at the end of this lap. We'll see who has to come to pit road or who can keep soldiering on one more lap.
Is stage end of 60 or coming to 60?
End of 60.
End of 60.
Ethan, I'm pitting. Ethan, I'm pitting.
Hayden Long going to pit from 3rd. Wes Parker going to stay out. Let's see how these points shake out.
I got a pitch, Kevin. Right behind you.
Wes gets the 10. Harry picks up 9. Mike Chris picks up 8. Jeff Price gets 7. Hoytsna gets 6. Hayden Lull 5. Well, Hayden Lull 4. Swicegood 5.
19 in this time.
JR Deal 3. Trenton Sneed 2. And Mark
Yeah,
Dingman
yeah.
gets a point. So those guys that had to pit early.
Did you save it?
Yes. Yes, did.
A lot of drivers had to hit pit road here. Hayden Lull gave up quite a few points.
82 pitting.
Hayden
71
has wins, so
pitting
he
this
doesn't care.
79 pitting.
Hayden down and away, back out on track. Montrose gets by Hayden, so Montrose, the first car that's completed this pit cycle. Now Wes Parker's on pit road.
70 in this time.
Mike Chris, Jeff Price, Lucas Hoytsma, Zach Schweisgood, Trenton Sneed, Mark Dingman, Randy Lee, Andrew Beach, Dave Hoytsma. Pit road is a very busy place. Staying out on track, Harry
Did you get
Grindell.
cheating, Jeff, or did you make that?
Made it somehow, I have no idea.
Harry Grindell getting slowed down. Harry pits from the lead.
I had the fuel going in my pocket.
Looks like JR Deal.
Yeah, that pit road issue was crazy.
Both of those cars went 26 laps.
Yeah, I was not, I didn't have any power. I had to cut it off. Went out.
Montrose, your race leader once he cycles back around, unless Hayden passes him before that, which looks likely to happen. So Montrose not going to get the lap here.
You're good.
Already.
I think you tried to tell me something and you got stepped on. All good.
Looks like Hayden's taking the fast repair now. So Hayden pit a lap earlier than Wes Parker and it gives him a sizable advantage, 2.2 seconds. There is Wes.
That was like right on the edge.
That is the gap from that pit cycle. Between them now is Montrose and Evers. Evers should be able to get up to Montrose. Battle for second. Wes Parker is going to join this battle in relatively short order. Here goes Evers to the inside of Montrose.
I don't have nose damage anymore and my temps are fine.
Funny how that works, right? What up, Mikey? Why are you out of the race? What happened, Mike? Oh, it happened. Wall hit you. Staff. Ethan Evers, Ian Montrose. Montrose is about to lose the third spot to Parker's. Parker gets the run on him coming out of 4. Move West back up into the top 3. Looking through our pit timers. Looks like everybody but Dustin Franklin had a clean pit stop. Franklin and Cleaver both serving penalties. So Cleaver now finds himself 24th, Franklin 26th. Matt Benke, the last car, running 27th. All cars still in the lead lap except for the 14 of Edwards, who's fallen out of the race. It says he hit the wall too many times. Car just couldn't keep going. Wes Parker gets by Ethan Evers, and the caution waves.
Sorry, I got into the wall.
Gallimore's gone around.
Gotta let the pace car by.
Gallimore smacks wall right in front of JR, then down the track in front of JR. Sends the 17 into the inside wall. Gallimore's having a good run before that. It's up in the, I believe, 13th spot when that transpired. And now things get interesting from strategy perspective. Most cars has only been 4 laps since they've been on pit road. Some cars have been 13. I'm sure we'll see a lot for fuel, but what will we see on tire strategy? We go to the entrance of pit road. I'm sure we'll see most of the cars. Now it's all about the strategy. Like Harry Grindell was fuel only. He's been in and out of his box already. There goes Wes Parker and Hayden Law. Wes going to beat Hayden off pit road. Then Harry Grindell, Jeff Price, Ian Montrose, Mike Christopher, Lucas Hoitzma, Trenton Sneed, Ethan Evers, Travis Martin, Randy Lee, Ira Kohlhaas, Quinn Newton, Andrew Beach, Jake Lawrence, Dave Hoitzma. That's Mark Dingman, Daniel Llewellyn, Sam Kohlhaas. Somebody straggling at the back here. That's probably JR checking his damage after, yeah, it is, after the car went across his nose. JR finds himself 19th now. Paul Gallimore, he's repaired some damage in the 17. We'll see if he's...
Sorry, Travis, I was checking on fast and stuff.
Very good.
It's like it's been a fast repair for the 17. That car looking nice and new and unwrinkled. He had quite a few wrinkles before going to pit road, so. Jeremy Scherer in 21st. Twice good. A minute long pit stop there. Might be some right side damage to this car that we can't see. Scott Elston in 23rd. Cleaver driving through the pace car. Looks like Cleaver, Franklin taking wave rounds here. Lights are out on our Ford Mustang pace car. We'll be set to restart the race here. Coming to start lap 69. Field working their way down the backstretch.
Randy, I just gotta say, that's a really pretty blue.
Oh, shucks.
That's the first thing that pops into my head every time I'm around you. It's like, damn, that's a nice blue.
Where's the 74 at? Got a pretty good painter.
Green flag back in the air as Wes Parker gets the launch here over Hayden Lowell. Most of the front drivers not taking tires, but Ethan Evers did in the 9th position. He was on a disadvantage on his tires, so he was maybe 8 laps off of everyone else, so Ethan's taking a set here. Parker, Lowell, Grindel, Price, Mike Chris, Lucas Weissman, Trenton Seed, Ian Montrose. The top 8 all fuel only. Then you have tires on that 26. He works to the outside of Montrose. Next car with tires is the 29 of Cole Haas. Then you have Quinn Newton on a set of tires back in 13th. Could be a set for Dingman, not entirely sure. 17-second stop. So Parker using that pit stop to get in front of Hayden Law. Push each other down the backstretch. Harry Grindel rides 3rd. Mike Chris, Lucas Hoitzman, and Jeff Price, Trenton Sneed. 26 of Ethan Evers. Drivers stay in single file. Harry Grindel taking a peek on Hayden here. Running about 3/4 of a lane lower. Now Mike Chris trying to take advantage of Harry Grindel's slip up there. Mike Chris trying to take over the 3rd spot, bring Lucas Heusman with him, EXT teammates. Hayden, Wes Parker, where have we seen this before? Alright, most of the race. Side by side, down the backstretch. Oh, contact! Hayden gets into Wes Parker. Parker drifts up. Comes back down right into Jeff Price's lap. Jeff Price just no luck lately.
Wesley. It's my fault when I pinch. It's your fault when you pinch.
For fuck's sake, guys, come on.
Not my fault both times, Wesley. I'm tired of it.
Well, way to ruin everybody else's race. Oh, they're wrecking again.
He's the one that pinched. I'm sorry.
Fuck, man.
I mean, y'all barely touched. It was more netcode that threw him than the hit itself.
It really wasn't.
I 100% understand it. Hating it just sucks.
And I'm sorry for anyone else that was in it, but I'm kind of tired of it. If I pinch, it's my fault. If he pinches, it's my fault. I'm done.
Aiden, I can hold my line, brother.
Yeah, Hayden looked like he slipped up
my
there.
point. See, you pinch, it's my fault.
Let's go back and look at it again, but I'm pretty sure Hayden gets loose and drifts up into Parker.
Your car looks okay.
Yeah, you see that bobble. And that's when the 22
Yeah,
goes
looks
around after the bobble.
From what I could tell, you look okay. Yeah, same from my view with yours. Still gonna check it though. Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's a tough break for Evers. He was on that different tire strategy.
We're already
Nice.
back here.
Jeff Price, he's had horrible luck so far this season in Sidewinder and had issues with maybe having internet at all for this race. And just got that worked out just in time to come in here and have a 22 car dropped in his lap. So Grindel pitting from third. Tires going on the 70 here. 45 laps to go. Looks like 9 cars have stayed out. Hayden Lowell, Mike Chris, Lucas Hoitzman, Trenton Sneed, Quinn Newton, Travis Martin, Ira Kohlhaas, Randy Lee, Mark Dingman. All have stayed out here. Jimmy Scherer looks like he's topped off the tank. Harry Grindel has taken a set of tires. Dave Hoitzman a fuel stop. Dustin Franklin a fuel stop. Wes Parker tires. So now things will get very interesting with Hayden and Wesley on differing strategy. Andrew Beach may have taken a set of tires. 15-second stop for him. Ethan Evers, I think he just checked the damage and drove away. Jake Lawrence, J.R. Deal, both taking tires it looks like. Gallimore, 12-second stop. Don't think that's a tires hit. 14 seconds for Schweiss in 20th. Kohlhaas, Scott Elston, Ian Montrose, way back in 23rd now. Cody Cleaver's teammate 24th. Matt
I'm
Benke
coming as fast as I can, Matt.
25th. Jeff Price, see a tiny bit of damage on that left side. The trunk is separated from the rear quarter panel. It's not huge though.
Mike, are you good if I take the top?
Try to show you Daniel Wallen.
What? Oh, yeah. Whatever.
Looks like Daniel has gone to pit road and then towed out. It's like Hayden's choosing the top here. Push Mike Chris to the bottom in front of his teammate. Trenton Sneed finds himself third. Lucas Hoitzman actually in third. Trenton Sneed's fourth. Quinn Newton in fifth. And Travis Martin sixth. 3 EXT cars lined up on that inside line. That would be big if Mike Chris was the control car, but Hayden is the control car for the restart. Looking back from the pace car, checking out the field. Pace car heads to pit road. Hayden gets that jump on the outside line. A few cars bobbling with the not getting tires here. A little bit of tire spin. Still focused on the pace car. Oh my gosh. Let's not do this all race. Watch Hayden out front. Mike Chris Lucas Hoytsma battle for second. Hoytsma gets the better of that battle. Mike Chris now has Trenton Sneed looking underneath. Quinn Newton, one to keep an eye on, taking a set of tires here in the 5. Expect to see some progress out of him as he takes advantage of that fresh rubber. Travis Martin's worked his way up to 6th. Highest we've seen Mr. Ghostman tonight. Ira Kohlhaas, that Kevin Harvick Dale Earnhardt hybrid car there. Up into 7th. Harry Grindell around his outside. Harry also took a set of tires. And then Wes Parker restarted 14th. He's already 9th. Black, white, and orange 22. Gets the outside of Kohlhaas.
Not gonna fight you in. Let's go get him.
Here come those tires. Wes closing right on the back of Travis Martin. He's going to try to shoot the gap here off the corner, I believe. Hopefully the 29's prepared for that. Wes able to get down. It's up to 8th now, going for 7th. Up ahead, Hayden Lowell, Lucas Hoytsma battle for the lead. Top 4 cars would have to come down the pit road before anyone else, as they did not come and take fuel. Harry Grindell and Wes Parker, the 70 and 22 Toyotas, are both on the march here. Both getting fresh sets of tires. Is Harry going to shoot that gap? He's going to think about it. Oh my gosh, good thing Trenton and the 67 both heads up, realizing they were 3 wide there. So Harry Grindell takes those fresh tires through the middle. Wes Parker going to try and follow him through. Now Wes and the 67 side by side again. Fortunately, Wes able to clear without incident. And now Harry Grindell going after race leader Lucas Hoytsma. Ooh, very close. Oh my gosh. Hoytsma and Grindell nearly made contact. Grindell's going to have to pinch the car down. Parker might have a run at the end of the straightaway here. Looks like he's going to decide to push the 70 instead of try to take the inside. Harry Grindell takes over the race lead. Wes Parker's going to take over second as the fresh tires come to the front. Trenton Sneed just smacked the wall in the 81. Heard him drop an expletive on the radio. Everyone able to heads up and not get turned there. Trenton lost a few spots. Up front, Wes Parker, as he was spun out on the last caution, already up to second. Showing off what fresh tires can do. Under 40 to go here from Michigan. Oh, Mike Chris, a bobble there. Came off the corner underneath Andrew Beach. Very nearly some contact, if there may have actually even been some. Andrew Beach, another car that took tires, up to the 4th spot now.
I thought my car was right on the wall, but if I wasn't, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Ethan. Sorry, Mike. Just trying to give you both through at the same time.
We got a lot of here, cousin.
My gosh, racing is intense in this blanket of cars here.
You're all good. I knew it was 3.
Ethan Evers finds himself 6th, Quinn Newton 5th. 4 of the top 5 now have fresh tires. The lone exception is Lucas Hoytsma, who's just fallen to 4th. Guys with these fresh tires hoping this run lasts as long as possible. comes Quinn Newton, Ethan Evers, 5th and 6th. Evers making quite a recovery after that contact from the last caution. Came down pit road. Up into 6th. Jeff Price was with them. Jeff Price currently up into the 11th position. There is Price inside the 88 of Mike Christopher. Montrose also took a set of fresh tires. To be honest, I'm impressed the Huisma is still up in 4th position. So those tires seem to be rather supreme here. Here comes Montrose to the inside of Newton. It's only about 5 green flag laps, maybe even 4 green flag laps difference between the 1 and the 5. That's why you see so many drivers trying to save a set for the end of this race, just in case a late caution. If you still have a set, you're going to be sitting pretty.
Dirty here.
Grindel still leads over Wes Parker. Andrew Beach 3rd. And Lucas Huisma is falling back to Montrose and Quinn Newton. Montrose stuck in the back of that Labor 12 Toyota. Jake Lawrence up into the top 10. 68 car bolted on a set of tires. He battles Hayden Lowell for the 8th spot.
Lucas, I'll start throwing 20s if you hit your brake.
Montrose right on the back bumper of Lucas Huisma. Very surprised he has not tried to get around him yet. Very impressed, as I said, with Huisma being able to hang on with these older tires compared to the rest of the cars around him. Still in the 4th position. Looking at fuel, three laps maybe before we start seeing these guys come to pit road. And that would mean they'd be short to the end if we go green the rest of the way. Cars like Lucas Huisma, Quinn Newton, Hayden Lowell, Ira Kohlhaas, Randy Lee, Travis Martin, Mike Chris, Trenton Sneed. All those cars would be short to make it to the end on one more stop. Maybe have to save a lap, maybe 2, to be able to make it, which is doable. They just have to slow down on track, probably give up some spots. Grindel still out front, not saving anything. Wes Parker might be riding behind him. Andrew Beach starting to fade back. So here comes Lucas Huisma. Closing back in on him. Ian Montrose, Quinn Newton right there. Ethan Evers sneaking into the picture.
Lucas,
There's
my clutch
Hayden.
on entry.
There is Andrew Beach talking about saving the fuel, and he's in better shape than most of these guys. Lucas Huisma's going to have to come to pit road this lap or next lap, or maybe 2 out if he's lucky. 24 laps into this run, we're going to start seeing about half the field. Hoytsma, Quinn Newton, Hayden Lowell, Ira Kohlhaas, Randy Lee, Travis Martin, Mike Chris, Mark Dingman, all those cars needing to come to pit road here in the next 2 laps. And Montrose peaking 3 wide here. Montrose is going to get in there deep. Catches Andrew Beach. Beach able to hang on to it. That got spicy. Now we're 3 wide with Hayden. 5 of Newton and the 71 of Beach.
Sorry, Quinn, I didn't realize we were 3 until last second.
Yeah, I was trying to keep from going through, but I had such a run from one going in, so. That's good.
Montrose takes over 3rd. We'll see. Hoytsma showing 26 on the board, as is Hayden, Quinn Newton. Obviously, they had that yellow, so they're going to go as long as they can. They had the 4 caution laps, so maybe an extra 2 laps from what we're used to, so maybe 27 is about as far as they can go. But they wouldn't be able to do it again. They would be a couple laps short, have to save quite a bit of fuel. So watch Hoytsma, the first car we think would have to come to pit road. Battle going on a little further back. That's Andrew Beach.
I'm pitting.
Was that
26
Quinn?
pin.
That was Quinn. Ethan Evers does not need to come to pit road this early. Evers could go a little bit longer. I think this is a mistake for the 26 team. Lucas Hoytsma stays out. Ethan Evers comes to pit road. Quinn Newton, Travis Martin, 88. I'm really surprised at this 26 team. They had only 19 laps on their stint. They could have gone another 3-4 laps and been
29.
a little bit more comfortable in fuel to the end.
97 better.
67 pitting.
81 pitting.
So all these cars gone 28 laps thanks to that yellow flag that was in there. Gave them a little bit extra distance. Here they come to pit road. Hoytsma getting a big slide onto pit road.
How did you get that slowed down?
Randy Lee out into the grass briefly, but gets it back
I don't know,
on.
man. I think I saw a 7 at the start of that when I entered the line.
The green flag pit stop's underway. The rest of the cars can go another 2-3 laps before we'll probably see a lot of those. Aiden, Lucas, Kohlhaas, Trenton Sneed, Randy Lee. All down on pit road. They're going to go a lap down as the 70 and 22 flash by. These two have a 5-second gap over the one of Montrose. Here comes Quinn Newton to the inside to try and run down the race leaders and unlap himself.
How about that?
Ethan, the car closest to the front here. It's 27 seconds behind the race leader, so he's still in the lead lap. You probably want to get in behind these two, Hayden and Lucas, and try to save some fuel. Looks like the 19 of Jeff Price has hit pit road. Looks like the only one to hit pit road on this cycle. Leaves 10 cars still to pit on this cycle of pit stops. These cars can make it to the end for sure.
He's schmoving.
It'll be iffy on those cars that pit early, like Hoytsma and Evers, but guys like Grindel can make it for sure. Wes Parker comes in before Grindel. Looks like Wes by himself down pit road.
Lucas, you've got one more, right?
Wes missed his box, had to back up. That'll cost him a tiny bit of time. Looks like Sam Kohlhaas in the 30s coming down as well. Right side damage on the Haviland machine. Fast Repair fixes that right up.
10-4. Makes
Harry
both of them.
Grindel sees the 26 go by and unlap himself. And Quinn Newton, first car 1 lap down.
70 coming in.
Grindel pitting this time, he says. Zach Swicegood's already on
71,
pit
pitting
road,
this time.
24. Grindel and Beach pitting this time. We'll see what Montrose
I'm pitting
decides
this
to do.
time.
There you go, Montrose is coming as well. His top 7 still need to come to pit road.
85 pitting this lap.
Scott Elston in 6th.
2 pitting this lap.
Here comes Grindel, nice tidy onto pit road. And Montrose in the 1. Another nice and tidy entry. Here comes Beach. Got some right side damage on that 71 car now. JR Deal in the 9 hits pit road. Cody Cleaver coming down. Looks like Dave Hoytsman's going to stay out. Dave Hoytsman, last car needing to come to pit road. The 30 of Kohlhaas goes around the outside. "26 laps since we've seen the 79 car pit. The way things shaked out on track, Wes Parker ahead of Hayden Lull, Lucas Hoytsma, Ethan Evers. Comes the 79 down pit road. There is Wes Parker. There is Hayden and Hoytsma. Ethan Evers. Then Quinn Newton, Travis Martin. And Harry Grindel finds himself 8th after that pit cycle. He now has the freshest tires, but he has traffic to work through. Gets by the Ghost Man and Quinn Newton. Short work of them. Overall distance to leader is 4.3 seconds
You
for
good?
Harry Grindel.
That wasn't a problem.
Harry got out of shape coming off of 2. Quinn Newton asked him if he was good. Now he's going to shoot back down to the bottom. Have to repass these 2 cars. Harry in 5th. Lost a little ground. 4.6 the gap now to race leader Wes Parker. There is Parker out front with 18 to go. Hayden Lull 2nd. Lucas Hoytsma in 3rd. We'll see if those two just try to stay in line, try to chase down Wes Parker, or if they start battling one another. Parker actually has fresher tires than Hayden and Hoytsma, so should be able to maintain a gap. That gap 1 second over Hayden now. Ethan Evers finds himself in 4th. Harry Grindel will be running him down. There's Harry. Current gap between 1.8 and closing. Quinn Newton, Travis Martin, and the 19 of Jeff Price. Jeff Price has 3 laps fresher tires than the 63 and
I
5.
bumped Quinn in the middle of the corner. But also, yeah, so sorry about that. Sorry.
Everybody, sorry, we're good. I had to dive. I forgot y'all had a little bit older tires than me, and I just didn't want to take y'all up.
Jeff Price trying to move up to the 6th position as he goes by Quinn Newton at the start-finish line. Wes Parker leads steadily growing over Hayden Lowell. Hoyson right in tow. Then comes Ethan Evers and Harry Grindell. 5-lap difference in tires here. Grindell should make easy work of the 26. Harry up into the 4th spot. 3.2 now the distance. 2 race later. He's cutting that gap down in a hurry. There's 1.5 up to Hoytsma and the 67 of Hayden. There is that gap. On board the roof can.
Hey, sorry about again about the bump in the middle of the corner.
Our onboard's broken. It should say 70 Grindell. But it's just saying you're on board. Well, yeah, we know. Thanks.
Somebody wrecked.
Peace out.
2.6 the gap now. 2 race leader. And only half a second behind Hoytsma and Lowell. Grindell running them down quickly. Can he make short work of them and get towards Wes Parker? That is the question. Grindell's closing in right on the back of Hoytsma and Hayden. Where does Harry decide to go? Does he go all the way to the bottom? He's going to go down there. Gets inside the 97 of Hoytsma. Gets on the apron a little bit. Might hurt his corner exit just slightly, but he should still be able to get by these two once they get through 1 and 2. Harry works inside Hayden, takes over the 2nd spot. The gap, 2 seconds. 12.5 laps to make up 2 seconds. It's quite doable. However, the tire difference is not that large. Wes Parker's tire is only 1 lap older than Harry Grindell's. So maybe a tall order here for Grindell to try and run down Wes Parker. He's going to give it everything he's got. That gap hanging out right at 2 seconds.
Go get him, Harry.
Cut a 10th of out in 1 and 2. If he can make up a 10th on both ends of the track every lap, he would get there. Big time gain down on this end. He gained 2 tenths. That gap coming down. It's so broken. Oh my gosh. The TVO just disappears. Perfect. Things are going well. It'll take a second to get our timing and scoring back. But I promise you I'm working on it.
Yep.
There it goes. I promise it's coming back though. We'll just watch Wes Parker out front for a minute. Graphics department is fired. Oh wait, that's me. 10 to go. There we go. We have a scoreboard again. Perfect. It's the gap now 1.2. Grindell is catching him in a quick enough pace that he could get there before the end of the race. There's the 1.2 second gap as that is Wes Parker directly ahead. 9 to go from Michigan. Grindell breaks under a second there briefly in 1 and 2. There we go, back under a second. He is in the draft down the backstretch. Gap 9/10 with 9 to go. This is getting intense. And Dell chopping into that lead on corner entry. Able to maintain it on exit, but the entry is where he makes up so much time. Gap now half a second. It's going to start getting tight when he gets up behind Parker. Now West goes on the defensive. I felt the nose washing up on that 70 car coming on corner exit that time. Can Grindel make it those last 4.5 tenths? 6 to go. Parker trying to break the draft down the backstretch, so that's only going to slow him down.
You're fine, you didn't do anything.
Thank you, Ethan.
No problem. Somehow I'm short on gas, like 3 laps short.
Told you that was an issue. You pitted way too soon.
The auto kill. That's something I need to turn off.
No, the autofill worked. You just couldn't get, I mean, you were outside the fuel window.
Autofill will automatically put you at only enough gas to make it to the end, and it's an estimate. But go ahead and always make sure you cut that off and take a full tank.
Grindel is there. Yeah, this is the 26 discussing his gas
I mean,
issues.
Ethan, I filled the tank up like 2 or 3 laps after you, and I'm going to be on the number.
Yep, Ethan just pitted too early. That's why we were talking about that on the broadcast. 26 just pitted too early. Grindel to the outside for the lead here. Don't think he'll be able to stay there on exit, but he might be able to have a crossover and a go on the inside going on to 3, although Parker dropping down to the bottom, forcing the 70 up high. Grindel
That is
outside of
aggravating.
Parker. Parker trying to get those elbows out. 3 laps to go as we're side by side for the lead. Parker drifting up the track, going to have to lift, and that's going to give Grindel all he needs to take the lead away. Harry Grindel going to take over the race lead. Wes Parker falls back to second. And then Grindel immediately trying to break the draft. Trying not to give Parker a run back at him at 3 and 4. Parker trying to close back in. Not quite able to get to the back bumper of the 70.
Run, Harry!
Grindel out in front. Here comes Parker to the inside.
Jimmy, I'm sorry about that.
Parker putting up a fight. Grindel was able to run him down. Parker not wanting to go away quietly. Side by side all the way down the backstretch. Parker to the inside. See if Grindel lets him slide up and cuts underneath Not quite able to get there. Grindel falls to second. White flag is in the air. Parker leading. Can Grindel have anything for him? Harry sends it in deep, gets right to the back bumper in 1 and 2. It's going to have a decent run down the backstretch here. Where can he put his Toyota to try and get by Wes Parker?
Get him, Harry.
It's like
No
a little bit
pressure yet.
too far back.
I might sputter twice, so be ready.
I don't think Grindel has enough. Wes Parker going to come off turn 4. Wes
He's
Parker
right to my side,
holds
side by
off
side.
Harry
Every time
Grindel.
enough.
Wesley
I'm
Barger
out.
wins. Harry Grindel second. Hayden Lowell third. Lucas
Good job.
Hoytsma.
Getting up here, Ian. Good
Ian
job.
Montrose fifth. Wes Parker
Sorry about
or
yesterday. I
Jeff
thought
Price
it
in
was
sixth. Jeff Price seventh. Travis Martin across the line
That
out
was
of
a
gas
hell of
in
a run,
eighth.
Harry. That was cool.
Quinn Martin ninth. Cole Haas 10th.
Oh, good job.
Randy Lee, J.R. Deal, Andrew Beach, Mike
Oh
Chris,
my God. That's
Trenton
fucking
Sneed.
heartbreaking, Michael.
Jake Lawrence,
Sorry.
Dustin Franklin, Dave
This
Hoytsma,
is
Mark
really
Dingman,
nice to finally actually finish one of these.
Scott
See
Elston,
y'all next week.
Jeremy Scheer, Cody Cleaver,
Oh my God.
Sam
Did you hear
Kohlhaas.
us off the line? Oh man.
Ethan Evers, Matt Benke, Daniel Allen, Paul Gallimore, and Mike Edwards.
I did. I got your inside and I was like, oh damn, this isn't gonna be enough. And then all of a sudden I just hear that, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Montrose giving a shot to our winner there.
Good win, Wes. Strong race all the way around.
That's run, Wes. Great race, everybody. Way to keep it green for a long, long time. That was a lot of fun.
Wes Parker, plenty of gas, so he does the burnouts in victory lane. Get the top 3 to the waiting room, please, and thank you. We have Hayden in there. Hayden, DG, you got a copy? Hayden.
welcome.
Hey, Hayden. Hayden.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
It's going good. We
Hey.
got a solid P3 finish.
You did. You got a solid P3 finish. You got any thoughts on the race tonight? It looks like you and Wes were battling really hard there for a while.
Yeah, the race was really fun. I loved having, a couple of rounds green flag pit stops, and Michigan's not a track I really, enjoy too much. I'm fast, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. It's just a terrible attempt at being a better version of Auto Club. Auto Club will always be better. But yeah, this number 67 Ford Mustang with Madigan Motorsports with Napa on the hood tonight was pretty good, especially on the middle-ish runs. I feel like is where it was the strongest, and held off Lucas there at the end. Wesley and Harry just had fresher tires towards the end, and nothing you can really do there. But Lucas and I had a great battle, and glad to bring it home P3.
10-4. You got those friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight?
As I've said, Napa Auto Parts, Madigan Motorsports, Ford, U-Swiss for putting on the broadcast. Travis, I appreciate all you do. Tonight was really fun. I loved having the longer races where you can make some green flag pit stops. So thanks to all of them, and thank you to McKenna for putting up with my racing up until, whatever it is at night. So, yeah.
Very good job. Congrats on the 3rd place finish, and we'll see you in the next race.
Thank you very much.
Hayden Lowell brings it home 3rd tonight. Now we have to go find Harry Grindel. He's not up in the waiting room yet. There he is. Harry, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I've got you.
Well, you ran him down and took the lead briefly, but it wasn't enough to keep him back in second as Wes got back around you. What did you maybe need to hang on to victory there?
Not for him to have no draft is what I needed. It was the last of my right front tire to get round him the first time, so I came off 4, got clear, and he jumped into my slipstream, and I couldn't hold the throttle down long enough on his outside again. So it is what it is. Fought really hard, and I'm honestly more than happy with how I drove tonight. Didn't get the win, but that was everything I had, so I can't fault anything that I did there. So nice to have a week where I could say that.
Yeah, and you put on a show, so there's that. That's what we're here for.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, bud. Congrats on a strong run. Let's go ahead and hear those friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs tonight.
Yeah, Team Kamikaze, obviously, to Soyo and Centered Hosting, our sponsors, Kamikaze Design House and Hubert Magic Livery Design. To Chance to Extreme Motorsports, Low Time Motorsports for the engine, to yourself for hosting and broadcasting, and to it's Travis who hosts this series, isn't it? So to him for putting this on.
Yep. That's the right one.
I'm scared I get it wrong for a second there.
You got it. The only thing I think you missed was C2 Extreme.
Oh, I did. Did I not say C2X1? Well, chance to extreme. I'll say it again in case I didn't.
Yeah, say the full words, because just dropping the letters doesn't mean as much.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have the same sort of imagery. Yeah.
Correct. There you go. All right. Well, congrats on the strong second place run tonight. We'll see you in the next race, buddy, and good luck to you.
Yeah. See ya.
Harry Grindell bringing it home second. Now we go get our race winner tonight, Wes Parker in the 22. Wesley DG, got a copy?
Hello again.
Hello again. Well, you were able to hang off a furious fight from the 70 there. Did it worry you at all when he was running you down?
I mean, it really did. It kind of did. I mean, I really enjoyed racing with Harry and stuff. I mean, with like other stuff that we do and stuff, like I never have a problem with Harry, and I race him clean, he raced me clean. I enjoyed it. I just had to kind of protect the bottom because I knew he was going to have to use a little bit more of a tire to get up to me with only me on like a one older lap tires, and I just kind of had to stay on the bottom so he could kind of burn it up more on that outside. So overall, that was fun.
Yes, sir, it was. And you were able to bring it home in the top spot. Your number 22 1010s machine. Go ahead, hit me with those friends, family, sponsor shout outs. And don't forget Art Teacher in the chat right now.
I don't know who that is, but hello, Art Teach.
That's how you get in trouble.
I'm going to shout out to her, So her and just, everybody in 10/10s and, glad to be back again to run, some of the league stuff with y'all. And I mean, I just had to cut out just like a lot for like just Rotopro, and like right now we're like 71st out of 70, and we're trying to like focus on trying to get into that second round now. So I always try to run Tuesdays, but like everything else I literally dropped. So I enjoyed doing this.
Sam 4, well, we appreciate having you. Congrats on the victory tonight at Michigan, and good luck in that Road to Pro stuff. I can talk, I promise.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Wes Parker getting it parked in victory lane tonight in the 22 1010s racing machine. Let's go ahead and look at our final results from tonight. There is Wes Parker in victory lane, Harry Grindell, Hayden Lowell, Lucas Hoytsma, Ian Montrose with top 5. Jeff Price finally gets a good finish, brings it home 6. Swicegood, Travis Martin, Quinn Newton, and Ira Kohlhaas, his first top 10. Then we have Randy Lee, J.R. Deal, Andrew Beach, Mike Chris, Trenton Sneed, Jake Lawrence, Dustin Franklin, Dave Hoytsma, Mark Dingman, Scott Elston. And all the way back to the 20s, Jeremy Sherrod, Cody Cleaver, and Sam Kohlhaas all on the lead lap. Ethan Evers ran out of fuel there at the end, finishes in 24th. Matt Benke, Paul Gallimore, Daniel Llewellyn, and Mike Edwards rounding out the field tonight. Thank you for everybody that helps put this on. Travis Martin and the group that he has that helps him put this together. We appreciate everything and the hard work that they do for us. Also have to thank Fort Worth Screen Printing and John T. Garrett. Those guys helping pay the bills as we get the races broadcast each and every week. So thank you to those folks. If you need anything in screen printing or just want to check out some cool racing merchandise, check them out at fwscreen.com and fwspdesign.com. Both of those will get you over to their websites, and you can either buy merchandise that's already made or have your own made up yourself. Awesome group of people over there at Fort Worth Screen Printing. We appreciate them. Thank you to the Ghost Man Travis Martin, as we said, for helping put this series together and run it smoothly. We appreciate what he does for us. And that is going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Thank you all for being here tonight. We appreciate you. Head on over to the YouTubes and check out the CTC channel so you can watch the third race of our triple header. The modifieds are going over there. The rest of you, we're going to send over to Mr. George Balafans. Hope you guys have a wonderful and delightful rest of your Tuesday night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for the Cup race. Have a great night. Bye-bye.